Safe, right? Okay, patient's in cardiac arrest. Go ahead and start your compressions, all right? Now, let's say we pull it to scene and this patient's tucked away in the corner. Are we gonna leave him in the corner?
No.
No, right? We're always going to get him out to an open space to move him. Same thing with the Autopulse, just like Brian said, it's gotta be deployed to the patient's head. So if we're in a corner or a tight spot where we know we're not gonna be able to get the Autopulse, get him out from the beginning into a space that you can work, okay? All right, got him into a good space. My crew's doing compressions. So again, I'm the only one on the Autopulse. Okay, one person, so I'll have you at the feet of the patient, okay? Right at the patient's head. After I open it up, this is where I'm gonna go into my checklist, okay? Don't let anybody try and put a patient on this board until you've done your checklist, all right? So, starting into it, number one, I'm gonna power the device on. Why would that be important? What's that?
So you can utilize it.
So, yep, you can utilize it. What else do you think maybe I'm looking for?
Battery.
Battery could be one of them. What if my yellow sign is lit
restart
up?
it right then before we can off.
Exactly, yep. Now is the time to try and troubleshoot if there is a problem, is when the patient's not on here. I don't have to interrupt compressions whatsoever, okay? So I'm gonna power it on, good, full battery. I have no error codes. Okay, let's move to number two. Number two, patient harness. Make sure your blacks are attached, and then have this thing fully extended so it's ready to put over the top of the patient and just pull it up here. Okay, that's number two. Number three, life bands. Parallel to the board, no twists, white side up, always on your mega mover. What I see people do all the time is they rush and they go like this. Why is that a problem?
You have a twist in it.
Twists. What else is happening?
Hung up.
Bloody.
Stepping
Hung
on
up.
them. Yep. You're gonna ruin
Caught
your
under
life
the
bands. They're
couch.
gonna get twisted. You're gonna go to attach them. They're
Underneath the
going to be
toilet.
twisted, and it's
In
not
the
gonna work.
catch,
Now we got a problem. This thing's not useful. Okay. So
In the toilet.
again, white side up, no twists. Parallel, always on blue. Okay. That's number three. Number four, mega mover. Try and have it tuck under here the best that you can, okay? The reason being is when you go to slide this, you want it to be easy, and we don't need it deployed right now, all right? Let's go through our checklist. Number one, turn it on, good. What are we looking for? Battery, error codes. Okay, I got no error codes. Number two, patient harness, yep, fully extended to the top. Number three, life bands, good, parallel, wide side up, no twist, always on blue. Okay, number four, very good, yep. Now I know that this board is absolutely ready to be deployed, okay? This is when I verbalize to my crew, hey, Autopulse is ready to be deployed. That's when you make the decision when the right time would be to deploy. How soon, what's your protocol? How soon into your cardiac arrest are you deploying it?
We're doing it as soon as possible.
As soon as you can?
Yeah, because that gives you your best chance for survival.
Very good.
Best perfusion possible.
Okay, good. Go through your checklist, right? If you rush it, you try and do it as soon as possible, and the board airs out or whatever, and you have to spend time not doing compressions to get the patient situated or whatever, we did them no favors, okay? So take your time setting it up. There's no rush. Your crew is already doing the most important thing, and they're providing high quality CPR. Okay, we've done it. Autopulse is ready to be deployed. How do you get them on the board? Sit them straight up.
Sit 'em up.
Yep. This is where you can do it. Whatever is easiest for you. You can do foot in the crotch. Someone grabs their forearms and pulls them straight up. Or you can have two people on each side of the arms to sit them straight up. Whatever's easiest for you. Okay. So now we're to that point. However you want to sit this patient up. Good. Love it. As soon as they come up, what's my target?
Armpits.
No.
That's where I want them to end up,
The
right?
tailbone.
Tailbone, right?
Yep, you sink
Shove
as
it right
far down underneath as you can, okay? So I'm gonna have you pull them up to me. Just since this is good. Okay, so I've sunk that board as far underneath their butt as I can. Down, 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 down. Now, again, do what's best for you, but typically this is how we see it's easiest to get this thing running. As soon as they come down on the board, I just push the Autopulse under. I'm going to jump into compressions, okay? What this does is allows my crew members on the side to, one, how's my alignment? Very good. Okay, so now we can move to the bands, so you two are going to get the bands for me. Which one goes first? Good. Yep. Yep. Blue to blue. Okay. Very good. And again, take your time, right? Because I'm doing compressions. Okay, we're good? Okay, set yellow to yellow. Just put it on my hand. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hit start. Now it's off and running. Brian did a really good job of showing that you got to get the band going first before you do anything else. Okay? I see a lot of crews that as soon as they lay this patient on, they want to put the patient marks on. It's like, this is not more important than getting this board running, right? So now, once we get the board running, I say move top to bottom. Okay? So now you two can do this. Ventilate, ventilate. And again, take your time, right? There's no rush. And for the yellows, try and keep it as centered as you can. Very good. Yep, right under the armpits. Very good. Not on top of the band. Yellow first, then the blacks. Ventilate, ventilate. Now you can move to your strap there. So there we go, air raid. Very good. Okay, from this point, you really don't need to move that mega mover until you decide that you're going to extricate or transport, right? Just one more thing that you can keep out of the way. You don't have to worry about it. Now you start doing all your stuff. Let's say you are going to transport. Yellow handles there. Yellow handle, there you go. Pull it all the way out. Very good. Now you can pick them up and you can move them, okay? Let's say pulse check, rhythm check. Looks like an organized rhythm. We have a pulse, okay? I'm gonna hit the orange button again. Brian, what's some of your once you get ROSC, what is some of the things that you're going to start doing?
As soon as we get ROSC, well, first of all, we know we're going to get ROSC because we're going to be checking for false pulse.
Yep.
Then we're going to see an increase in capnography.
Yep.
And then as soon as we stop the compressions, we actually keep that on them, get vital signs and a 12 lead,
Love it.
and start heading towards the destination that we're assigned.
Okay, you get ROSC, you're starting your post-ROSC care, you need to do a 12 lead. Leave the band connected, set it on their abdomen. You have plenty of room to work on your patient. Just like Brian said, you leave them on the board, leave the band connected. What do a lot of our cardiac arrest patients do after we get ROSC?
Code again.
They code again, right? So if that happens, everything is connected, you just put that band right back up on their chest, hit start, and you're off and running again. Okay? Questions?
For a good example, this was actually done last week. Leo had this 3 times on same patient, 3
Arrested
codes,
3 times?
3 ROSC between Dunsmuir, Mount Shasta to the cath lab in Reading, and got him back all 3 times and got him into cath lab.
That's awesome.
But that's because he kept it on the kept him on the Autopulse the entire time.
That's
Well,
awesome.
actually not the entire time. They took him off for transport, then had to put it back on the way to Reading.
We had to stop and I had to help them put it back on the way to Reading.
Okay. Yep, so that's a good example. Leave them on the board, right? You can move this band and you're gonna have plenty of room to do all your work. You don't wanna separate it because if you do, it's gonna get tucked underneath the gurney, it could rip, you're not gonna be able to find it, it could twist. There's just so many issues that can arise if you take this off.
How long will the board stay on? So if we get raw and we pause, how long will the board stay on?
15 minutes.
15 minutes,
Yep.
and then it'll kick off.
And then it'll kick off.
And we just power it back up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering.
Yep.
So I'm not.
Yep, good question.
Yeah.
The hell.
We
Go
sorry,
ahead.
we talked about these bands, and say we're in the middle of an arrest and somebody accidentally cuts one of these bands. How fast is it to replace one of the bands? and
Very
get it
good.
back
Let's
on?
go into the band replacement. Let's get my
Well, and the nice thing too is before you had to take the patient off to replace the band. Now
Yeah.
you can leave the
Well,
patient on,
yeah.
Or
right?
you have
Yeah.
it on the side.
And now you just go to the sides.
if that happened, you're just completely bagging it.
Yeah.
But if you needed the board for whatever reason, because it's manpower, transport, whatever, at least now you're going to have access to be able to try and fix it, right? So, bands on each side. I'll let everyone come up here because it's kind of harder to see. This is going to be your band guard, just to protect things from getting on the inside. To detach it, this bottom portion pushes in, and then you just rotate it up, okay? And that band guard is going to come off. If you look on the inside of here, towards the bottom, there's this quick release. Push that in, and that's gonna pop your pin out, all right? It's metal and not plastic, so it's not gonna break on you. You also remember your old drive shaft would sit and move on you. So you had to make sure that it was in that home position every time to get that little plastic piece in. This one's set, so you don't have to worry about it. It can only go in one way. Small end is always towards the yellow line, and then the large end towards the bottom that clicks into the quick release, all right? When you get your bands, you're gonna come together. If you can't remember which side goes where, set it on the board, yellow to yellow. You know that this band has to go to this side, all right? So you're gonna, I pull this plastic sheath down. So if you look in there, there's kind of this groove on the inside, right there. Take your small end here, kind of set it in that groove until you feel it insert into that small portion. See that? And then you push, and you're gonna hear it click. Just give it one more little tug to make sure that, yeah, it did click. What I like to do is lift your band up, kind of let that band guard naturally slide down. You're gonna go top first, and you hear it click. Much easier than the old one. Yeah.
So it comes with, the band comes with the band guard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, it's all gonna come
It's all
attached.
Okay.
Now, one thing that you'll see, one other error code that we'll look at. So the board is on. What do you see?
Red light down there.
What's
Yeah.
Yep, so that one's flashing, that one is solid. The one that is flashing means that your band guard is not attached. Here's the only dumb part. Okay, this is my word of caution. What it doesn't sense is that that pin is locked in place.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to do an additional check to make sure that it is secured, you could open this band guard up and just give it a little tug. Because I'm not going to connect that.
Goes off.
It's my one big gripe about this board is I wish there would have maybe one additional check on that piece. Okay, but so that's why I always say when you insert it, just give it one more tug. Okay. There's just a little magnet up here is how that senses. Okay.